when you set a boundary in an unhealthy relationship, whether that's family or a partner, you've often seen as having disrupted the dynamic. So you may get labelled with, oh, she's changed, you're causing trouble, the black sheep of the family type label. You also may find that you may have served a purpose before, so you were always available to kind of help them, and the relationship benefited that individual. But then since you're having children, obviously your priorities change. Remember, a healthy relationship will adjust and your boundaries around your children will be respected. If the dynamic's already unhealthy, then that boundary setting will cause fractures. Boundaries feel like a rejection to insecure people, so the boundary setter will often be attacked as a result. When you have children, your identity shifts. So before children, your identity is all about yourself, but then you have children, you become the protector. So there is an element of an extra responsibility that you feel. As a parent, you're often reminded of your own triggers as well. So you know what triggers you. You reminded of unhealthy family dynamics that you've probably have always thought were normal. But then you have children and now all of a sudden that dynamic feels unsafe when you imagine your own child absorbing that. You're also very aware that your child will learn what you're allowing. So they will learn from the behaviours that you're accepting. So your boundaries are about modelling to your child what's healthy to accept and what's not. From a practical level, you also have less tolerance for poor treatment and behaviours because you've got less time, your nervous system's stretched, and you're often more tired than you were before becoming a parent, so naturally your tolerance is lower. When you have children as well, your values become clearer. So what values align with the environment that you're creating for your child, and if people are not respecting the boundaries that you're setting in order to create that environment, then that's going to cause issues for you. And remember, other people's values and your values don't always align, and they change as your life changes as well. Your motivation to heal often becomes stronger when you have a child. Things like phrases like the cycle stops with me type of thinking, you'll hear that a lot sometimes. And mostly every generation wants to do better than the ones before, and that's how it should be. That's perfectly normal. So often that's another reason why when you have children you feel really strong about setting boundaries. Healthy boundaries are the foundation to offering safety and healthy attachments. Remember, your child's story isn't public property, so not everyone will know their history. However, you do. Therefore, it's essential that we have healthy adults around our children. Inconsistent adults can re-trigger insecurities, and our children can be highly sensitive to tone changes, rejection, and raised voices. So if there's people in your support network that behave in this manner towards your child, it can undo the safety and trust that you're working so hard to build, no matter how long post-placement. Adoptive children are always susceptible to being triggered by these kind of behaviours. Also remember that as adoptive parents, we're constantly building and strengthening our attachments with our children. They're watching, they're listening. Through your boundaries, they will know that they are worth protecting and that you are able to keep them safe. Your main support network is often family, and family can be the hardest people to implement your boundaries with. I've developed a guidance sheet really for people who are really struggling to set boundaries with family members. It can be a generational thing they're not really understanding. Some adoption agencies actually do some training and sessions for family pre-placement to kind of give some education around therapeutic parenting, understanding what it is, what it isn't. But if you would like to access the free guidance that I've set out, then drop me a message and I'll be more than willing to share it for free. So happy boundary setting, and just remember what you're doing it for.